Since it opened in 2014, all I've been hearing is praise for this hyper GTX coaster by Chance Rides. Well, finally after 18 years I was able to get back to Kentucky Kingdom this summer and finally ride Lightning Run. With a drop of 100 feet, max speed of 55 miles per hour, and only a track length of 2,500 feet, Lightning Run doesn't look like much on paper. But if there is one thing I've learned about roller coasters, it's never to judge them by their stats. Presentation. We've heard the song and seen the dance. Kentucky Kingdom isn't a theme park, so I don't expect much in terms of theming. The presentation on this attraction is about on par with other coasters at the park. The station isn't anything special, but I do believe it's the same old station that was used to house Greezed Lightnin, which was an old shuttle loop coaster. With small 20-person trains, Lightning Run doesn't have a huge capacity, but it's enough to keep the line moving at a smaller regional park. There's really not much more here to talk about. Lightning Run gets a score of 6 for presentation. Ride intensity. Who knew how much this little coaster could pack into a tight space? Starting off with an astonishing 80-degree first drop, riders in the back row and the front row for that matter are ejected out of their seats for some good strong airtime. That first drop was very aggressive and took me by complete surprise. I wasn't expecting to experience that much airtime on such a small drop. The excitement doesn't end there as the coaster turns to the left and flies into the first airtime hill. Depending on where you are seated, this hill will deliver some good ejector or strong floater. The turnaround doesn't lose any momentum, propelling you into a turn that leads into an ejector airtime hill. The next turnaround is a little bit more unique as it features a wave turn element. It's not a powerful airtime moment, but it's enough to get you out of your seat. Immediately after the turn, riders are sent flying into another strong ejector airtime hill. The next turnaround is a little bit different, yet again, as it tosses in a quick pop of air mid-turn. Now, the ride enters the more twisted section, as if the first half wasn't twisted enough. The next airtime hill is a banked dive turn, leading right into a fast-paced S-turn. The 4 airtime hills are very strong ejector hills, and remind me of a lot of the ending of Steel Vengeance. It's that quick, abrupt pops of ejector, and can be the most painful moments of the ride. I don't have a problem with the restraints, but during these airtime hills, I felt like the ride was trying to bruise my thighs. The final airtime hill sends you turning to the left, unbanked, into the brake run and is possibly the most abrupt of all the airtime moments on the ride. Overall, I was very surprised with how intense this little coaster was. The pacing is spot on, it never really felt like it loses momentum. Sure, it's not as intense like some of the bigger coasters like Lightning Rod or Intimidator 305, but Lightning Run still packs a decent punch. Front or back row, Lightning Run delivers an intense ride, earning a decent 9 rating for intensity. Fun factor. With 11 moments of airtime, what's not to love? Each element is executed well, keeping the speed, momentum, and excitement level at max. You know a roller coaster is good when it's hard to pinpoint what moment is your favorite, because there are so many to choose from. The first drop is fun, but that wave turn is also pretty good too. Let's not forget about those intense final airtime hills. Each airtime hill feels slightly different from the last, mostly because of the snappy transitions that come before and after. My personal favorite place to ride on Lightning Run is in the back row. That first drop is just amazing in the last seat on the train. Again, I wasn't expecting to get that much airtime on that first drop. Lightning Run earns a solid 10 rating for the fun factor. Originality. Back in 2014, Rocky Mountain Construction, RMC for short, was just starting to heat things up with their crazy, fast-paced attractions. Well, Chance Rides wasn't shy in jumping into the game as Lightning Run feels like it competes against many other RMCs of similar stature. Honestly, I feel like Rocky Mountain Construction might have taken some tips from Lightning Run. I can see a lot of similarities, especially during that second half of the ride. At a cost of $7 million, I'm surprised we have yet to see any more of these hyper GTX coasters get built at other parks. I could see many smaller parks benefiting from having one of these inexpensive yet high-octane coasters in their arsenal. Lightning Run earns a perfect 10 score for originality. Ride smoothness. Not only is this a fun, action-packed attraction, The track is butter smooth. I never noticed a single rattle, bump, or vibration during my ride. It's possible that there might have been a little rattle here or there, but I was too busy being distracted by all the airtime. The only negative I can give this category might be those final airtime hills. Depending on where you are seated, they can come off a little painful, more than exciting, depending on how tight your restraint is against your thighs. With that being said, I think Ride Smoothness gets a near perfect 9.5 rating. Okay, the final score comes to 8.9, which is a great score. For a smaller, compact coaster, it doesn't get much better than Lightning Run. This was a surprise hit during my visit to Kentucky Kingdom, and honestly, I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. The ride has great pacing and fun airtime, which makes this a highly re-rideable attraction. My personal score is going to be a 9.5. This is a near-perfect coaster in my books. From the first drop until you are sitting on the brake run, Lightning Run never relents. Just like its name implies, this coaster flies through its course at lightning pace. Kentucky Kingdom has a solid top 3 attractions with Storm Chaser, Kentucky Flyer, and Lightning Run. All 3 are about the same distance from each other, so you'll probably find me doing laps around the park enjoying these solid coasters. Well, thank you for watching today's review. What do you think of Lightning Run? Let me know all about it in the comments below. As always, please subscribe. You wouldn't want to miss out on more great content coming your way by X Screen Thrills.